Good evening, everybody. This is the Redmond Wrap-Up. We're talking baseball tonight here on this Friday the 13th, and hope you stayed away from black cats or walking under ladders or stepping on cracks, whatever that nonsense is. But we're talking baseball. In Fresno, we had two big games tonight, two rivalry games. Let's start with what happened over at Biden Field on the campus of Fresno State as our Fresno State Bulldogs coming off of a loss against CSUN. One that was a bit of a surprise if you looked at their records, and with Fresno State coming back from just an unbelievable road trip that took them through San Francisco and New Mexico. One had the feeling that Tuesday night was an aberration, or this week was an aberration, and that San Jose, they'd be ready to battle. And boy, it was a hit parade. You had not one, not two, not three, but four different Fresno State Bulldogs, all with 3 hits apiece. Bastoli, Fresno, Burks and Goldstein, all with 3 hits apiece, kept those run scores coming in, runners coming in. Pitching was spot on. Looked like San Jose was trying to make a charge in middle frames, but that was just turned aside. Clutch hitting, fielding is getting better and better, and which was a concern early in the season, but it's just getting a lot better every time we watch him play. And I think we'll be in good shape come playoff time. Yes, I used the word playoffs. Arias came in for the save. Torrin Goldstein is just on a tear. You probably know this by now. It was tweeted out. It's great information. And the Fresno State baseball tweets are just top notch. Torrin is 16 for his last 22. 16 for his last 22. Just unbelievable. And that doesn't look like an anomaly, does it? This looks like something that he's going to continue to do throughout the rest of the season. So that's good for us here in Fresno. We look forward to that. The line is this: San Jose, 7 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors. Fresno, 11 runs, 16 hits, and 2 errors. So a lot of hits. And game 2 is tomorrow. So make sure you set aside some time to be there. San Jose is not going to want to go down 2 games against the Central Valley rivals, Fresno State. And remember, Sunday we are celebrating the Wonder Kids, from underdogs to wonder dogs. And, I remember that like it was yesterday. And that's going to be exciting. Make sure that you're there. Over at Chichancy Park was another rivalry game. This one between the Fresno Grizzlies and the Reno Aces, the top farm team for the Arizona Diamondbacks. A lot of different things happened in this game that we really need to discuss real quick. And again, comments and share, please do that. This game we saw for the first time, and went into overtime, went into extra innings. We'll get to that in a second. But the winning pitcher was Buddy Boschius with a fine shut-the-door performance. Losing pitcher was Nafali Feliz. Game time was exactly 4 hours, so this was not a quick game. This was not a game that you felt was too long and, I can't wait for this thing to end. It was action-packed. In the 9th inning, Drew Ferguson, with a beautiful triple, ties the game at 4 after the Grizzlies, for most of the game, were down. And at one time, they're down by 4 runs. But they tie the game in the 9th inning, bottom of the 9th. And quite frankly, with Ferguson on third, with nobody out, you think this is going to be the game. Sacrifice fly, whatever the case may be. We're going to get the run in. Game over. Clap hands. Everybody's happy. Parker's happy. The fans are happy. You're high-fiving people who don't even know. But then it was just kind of this weird play, and the play at the plate, and it was a double play. So what looked like easy pickings became dense forest real quick. And then we went into this new thing that we have in baseball, right? In AAA baseball, in minor league baseball, where we kind of that softball rule, where we start somebody on second base. And we saw an example of this earlier this week, where it actually elongates the game, because if you play baseball the way that you play it, it's why I absolutely love this sport. It's a thinking person's game, right? So you're going to walk somebody. So you create the force outs and this and that. So we start with somebody on second base. Okay. So we saw that for the first time. And we went, through a couple of extra innings. And in a 12-inning game, the top of the 12th, Reno scores, and Reno goes ahead. And it looks like, this will be it, game over. But no, Fresno battles back. Fresno would not be denied. Grizzlies came back and they roared. And so, with Kyle Tucker getting the game-winning hit, so a 6-4 deficit in the bottom of the 12th became a 7-6 win with some timely hitting, some really good base running. I think some great managing and some great coaching all around, because this was a strategic game. And Kyle Tucker does what we expect him to do, doesn't he? And that's when a game is on the line, making it count. So, Fresno Grizzlies are still in first place. The Fresno State Bulldogs are on the move. Baseball in Fresno is a top priority here, especially this time of year. It's a great time, isn't it? Right? You have baseball on television. You have the hockey playoffs going on. You have the basketball playoffs about to start. Major League Baseball going on. But right here in Fresno, we have some great teams. We have the Fresno State Bulldogs. Come on out and watch them. I'm telling you, they're not going to take anybody by surprise this year. They're real good. And the Fresno Grizzlies are not in first place by accident. So, tomorrow is big day. We got spring football practice number 15. We have the Fresno State San Jose Spartan game, and we have the Fresno Grizzlies facing the Reno Aces. FHT Sports will be at all three and covering it for you. So this is Darren Redmond with the Redmond Wrap-Up, signing off right now, and look forward to seeing you at the ballpark.